Good morning. Welcome to your 30-minute Sun and Moon Yoga check-in. And today we're going to be just focusing on, as I looked back at the other streams and really just kind of tending to the heart and the heart space. I think kind of just the way life has been right now and like the year and all the things going on, I think it's really, at least for me, I'm noticing it's important to um, tend to the heart and tend to um, keeping the heart open and soft. And because there is, again, at least for me right now, so much that um, could kind of make me feel like I want to harden, and kind of like put up defenses and, um, you know, kind of, kind of cut off. And so I think that this just constant, just little check in and reminder, hey, you know, let's just keep an open heart and that willingness to be there for ourselves, and therefore then we can be there for others. So as always, have props if you know you like them, or if you prefer them. And what we'll do today, particularly I would say blocks would be good. And a towel or a blanket to sit on, and make your way there to a comfortable seat on your mat. I'm going to sit on a block. Oh, hello. So get yourself comfortable. Deep breath in and exhale. And for our purposes today, take your hands together and just start rubbing them back and forth. So we're creating a little heat, a little friction. My hands are actually kind of cold right now, so this feels nice. And as you're doing that, maybe go a little bit faster. We're creating a little bit more heat. Waken up the arms a little bit. And then take your hands and put them right to your heart. Palm to your chest, and then palm down here. And just notice the way that feels. Maybe the heat from your hands. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat. How does it feel? Breathing. Excellent. Slowly release your hands. If you're seated on anything, just move it to the side, and we're going to come right to table. So find your foundation, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, toes curled under, or tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Pressing away from the yoga mat, finding your foundation. And from here, we're going to move into cat cow. And what I would invite is initiate the movement from your heart. What does that mean? Well, you kind of play with the idea. What does it mean to you? It might feel a little different going into cat cow with the intention of moving from your heart space. And, remember there's no right or wrong here. There's intention, there's focus, there's breath. So just kind of play with the idea, moving from your heart. Maybe sink back into the hips a little bit so you can stay in your traditional cat cow or just take it for a little ride from the foundation and just kind of wake up the joints this morning. Oh my gosh, Lulu just did it too. That was the cutest thing. Um, Breathing. And then as you come back to table, we're moving into heart to earth. So, find enough space on your mat. So maybe you need to back up a little bit. And we're keeping our knees and our hips in alignment. What you're doing is just walking the hands forward and just dropping the head, the neck, and the chest. This is also a little shoulder opener, a little shoulder opener. So if you like blocks, you can put your hands on the blocks or just keep your hands on the mat. Breathing here, noticing your foundation, pressing into everything that's touching the mat. Breathing. Now engage through the belly, so draw the belly button towards the spine. Lift up the torso and then drop the hips towards the mat. We're coming into Sphinx. So bending the elbows, dropping the pelvis, and then voila, here we are. Elbows under the shoulders, palms down on the mat. Tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Ankles about hip distance apart. So you don't have to zip up here. You can give yourself a nice wide base. And then imagine with your palms that you are trying to tear your yoga mat in half. So, what we're doing with that is trying to engage the upper back muscles. And by engaging the upper back muscles, it helps to broaden the shoulders and open the chest. Easy gaze forward so that we're not cranking in the neck. Breathing. And there is a little bit of engagement in the lower belly. So notice how that feels in the hips, pelvis, low back area. Give yourself a little bit of that center support. So what does that mean? Okay, maybe that just means I draw my belly in a little bit just to support my spine. Breathing here. You may start to feel a little shake. Excellent. And release it. Lower the forehead. Stack the palms one on top of the other and let your forehead rest. Bring the big toes, touch the big toes, let the heels fall out wide, and then just shake your hips. Give them a little shake left and right. Excellent. Bring the toes back in line with the hips. Take the palms right under the shoulders and press back up to your table. Find your alignment again. Pressing into the mat with your left hand, lift your right hand up towards the sky. Inhale and exhale. Take the right hand under the bridge of the left arm, bringing the right shoulder, the right ear to the mat. The left palm can stay on the mat, or if you choose, you can lift it up or bring it to the small of the back. Whatever feels good today. Breathing. On your next inhale, press into the left palm. Take the right hand back up towards the sky and exhale it back to the mat. Okay, reset a little bit if you need. Pressing into the right palm, extend the left hand up. Inhale, exhale, take it under the bridge of the right hand. Left ear, left shoulder to the mat. And again, right palm can stay as like a little kickstand. You can lift the arm or bring it to the small of your back. Whatever feels good. Excellent. On your next inhale, press into your right palm. Take your left hand up one more time and release it back down. Drop the hips back towards the heels. Release the low back just for a moment. Excellent. Come back up to table. Curl the toes under and lift the hips to downward facing dog. Pedal the heels. Breathing. And then as you're ready, just find some stillness here. As you're ready, take baby steps or one big step, walking towards the front of the mat to a forward fold. Feet can be hip distance apart, or they can be flush together, whichever feels right. Knees bent as generously as you like. And just melt into your forward fold here. Breathing, maybe clasping opposite elbows. Maybe a gentle sway side to side. Excellent. Release the hands, bend the knees. Take the hands to the knees and gently press up. Bring your hands to a heart center. And notice how you feel. Excellent. Take the fingertips down. Keep the knees loose here. So bend the knees slightly. Hands come down, come all the way up. And then on your exhale, turn to the right, opening the arms up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the hands, turn to the left. Inhale, everything straightens. And exhale, we turn to the other side. So it's really just inhale up and twist to the left. Marrying the breath here. Inhale, turn to your twist, exhale. So just find your pace. Soft knees. Inhale as we straighten the knees. Exhale, gentle bend in the knees. And we'll just go a few more rounds at your own pace. And how can you move from your heart here? heard one teacher say, shine your heart through your fingertips. All right, even it out. Next time your arms are up, exhale, hinge at the hips and back into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. And root to rise. So inhale as you come all the way up, arms above your head, palms together. Exhale to heart center. Breathe. And inhale, fingertips down, soft knees. Fingertips come down, come all the way up. Inhale, exhale, hinge at the hips into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, release it down. Plant the palms. And also, lovely time for blocks here. So if you have the blocks, we're going to be moving into a crescent lunge. So grab the blocks if you know you like them. Plant the palms. Step the right foot back, spiking through the back heel. So heel is lifted, front knee over front ankle. And remember, give yourself a little base here. We're on kind of two skis, not a tight rope. Okay. Once you find your foundation, come up. Hands can be on your hips for right now or at your heart center. So bend the back knee a little bit. Get your center underneath you, head over heart, heart over pelvis, and then you can straighten your back leg. Okay. Definitely kicking up some heat here. Take your hands to cactus arms. Excellent. Shining your heart through your fingertips. What does that mean? Breathe. Whatever it means to you. Excellent. Inhale the arms up straight. And then exhale, bring the palms down to meet your front foot. Plant the right palm and take a twist to the left. Left hand up. Heel still spiked, back heel still spiked. Inhale. Exhale. Left palm down. Step the front foot back into your downward facing dog. You can always take a child's pose here. Excellent. If you're in child's pose, come back up to downward facing dog, and we'll be stepping our right foot forward into our lunge. So take your right foot forward, back heel, left heel spiked, pressing through the toes, front knee over front ankle. Once you find your foundation, rise up. Remember aligning the spine, so head over heart, heart over pelvis. We do that by maybe bending the back knee, bringing everything aligned, and then you can extend the back leg. When you're ready, move into cactus arms. Breathing. Take the arms up, palms facing each other. And as you're ready, drop the palms to frame the front foot. Press the left palm into the mat. Open to your twist, lifting the right hand up. And as you exhale, drop the right hand back down. frame the front foot. Take the front foot back to meet the left foot. Pause for a moment in your downward facing dog. And then drop the knees to the mat. Take the knees as wide as the yoga mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Drop the hips back. Extend the fingers forward. And release the forehead to the mat. Press into your palms. Lift the torso. Bring the hands under the shoulders. And then just kick both toes to one side. And then drop your bum back. So we're going to move into bridge. So slowly make your way to your back. And for everybody, if you have a little something that you can lift your hips up with here, so even it doesn't have to be a block. If it's a book, a stack of books, or anything that you can rest your hips on, so that we can do a supported bridge. This might feel good. So to start, knees are bent, soles of the feet on the mat. And we're going to press up, palms are down. We're going to press up into our heels to lift the hips. Just enough to get your block under your hips. And there are many different heights that you can create with the block, or if you're stacking books. You want to be able to rest your sacrum, so that area of the low back right on the block. Keep your knees bent for now, soles of the feet on the mat, and then just kind of find a comfortable position with your hands. So maybe that's resting on your belly, maybe that's palms up, a little bit wider from your side. And just notice the interesting nature of a heart opener that is supported, right? The idea of a little extra support helps us open our hearts. I think that's lovely and just makes so much sense. Just breathe here. 5 breaths at your own pace. When you're ready, press into the mat with your feet. Lift your hips just enough to remove the block. Lower the hips back down. And hug one knee into your chest and then the other. Give yourself a little rock left and right. And then drop the feet down to the mat. Take your feet as wide as the yoga mat and then drop both knees to the right. So we're going to move through windshield wipers very gently. Hands can be at any position that feels good, making our way to just some relaxation. So as you're ready, take your knees over to the left and then over to the right. And as you're moving your knees left and right, just scoot your feet down your mat in that process. And when your legs are fully extended, I would invite you to take your ankles, your heels as wide as the yoga mat, and then press into the back of your head just enough to lift your chest and snuggle your shoulder blades under your heart, and then drop down. Tuck your chin ever so slightly to lengthen through the back of the neck, and then allow your hands to just fall open, backs of the hands resting on the mat. And notice how you feel. Even from here, can we initiate this action from our heart? What would that be like? Let's take 3 more breaths here. Gently bring some movement back into the fingers and toes. Slowly take your arms up and overhead to give yourself a little stretch. Stretching through the arms and the legs and the feet. Excellent. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Roll to one side and press yourself up. Come to a seated position. And just take a moment to honor the time that you've taken to contemplate keeping our hearts open and how that definitely is beneficial for us, but ultimately beneficial for others as well. Bring your hands to heart center. From my heart to yours, I hope you have a great day. Bye.